Welcome to Dead Boys Corner, and today what we're going to do is we are installing Marvel Rivals through Rivals Reconstructed, which is a mod manager for Marvel Rivals. This is essentially the same way that we would mod most Unreal Engine games. Like, it's almost the same exact process of when I modded, I think it was like Mortal Kombat 1, because that's also another like Unreal Engine 5 game. Anyway, besides the rant, let's get right into desktop. So for the first thing, what we're going to do is, here, I'm just going to remove this real quick, just so that we can re-add it. We're going to add a non-Steam game, and then we're going to browse to Rivals Reconstructed. I will link this in the description, as long as also with the mods that I'm going to be using and stuff, so you guys will be able to actually follow along. Okay, so now once we have it added, we're going to select a Proton version. I normally go with GE Proton, which I get through Proton Up, which is available on the Discover store. If you don't have it, the reason why I use Proton GE is sometimes with like older games, if it's like a codec that like Valve can't ship because of licensing reasons, it's normally bundled into a GE Proton. Like it normally fixes the cutscenes in Bink video games. But for the sake of convenience, we'll go Proton Experimental, but you could probably just use any version of Proton. I don't think it really matters. And then we're going to open it once, and then we're going to stop it. Now, this plugin needs, I think it is, yeah, it's a .NET Desktop 8. So the reason why we opened it and then closed it is because it's to actually create a prefix that we'll be able to actually find in Proton Tricks. If you don't have Proton Tricks, that is another application that is available in the Discover store. And if you guys are using an SD card, okay, so for this time it didn't actually pop up because I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I think it needs to actually fully create the prefix. Yep, there we go. So yeah, it's going to say you must install .NET Desktop Runtime to run this application. It's going to be the 64-bit version, and it wants .NET Desktop version 8. So now that we know what that is, we can just go into Proton Tricks, and we just browse to where it is, Rivals Reconstructed. There we go. And now we just wait for it to load up. Just give it some time. I'm currently using CatchyOS, so my Proton Tricks is a little bit different from the one that is normally on the Steamdeck, but it essentially does like the same thing. And then install Windows DLL or component, just like that. And then we just scroll down to where we have .NET Desktop 8 right here. So we just press OK on that. And then it's going to install the 32-bit dependency. And then right after that, it's going to install the 64-bit one. Yep, just like that. And then after that is done, we are gonna go to our Marvel Rivals, and we're gonna go to Properties, Installed Files, and Browse. This will show where ours is set. So when we run it, we're gonna go back one folder to find out where its folder is, and then I have my stuff in like my modding tools folder. It's just a way that I can just keep things organized. So I'll go into Marvel Rivals and then go to where my common, where I have mine in my internal drive. If you have an SD card and stuff, you might need to use a flat seal and make sure you have the location of your external storage in um, Proton Trick so it'll actually be able to access it. But basically, once that's done, we can just do this, and now we can go into Rivals Reconstructed and be able to open it. Now this time it won't have the error because we actually installed the dependencies for it. And then we're going to go select manually, going to go my computer, and then because I have mine set in my modding tools folder, that would be the Z drive. So the Z drive is your internal drive when using Proton, and then I have this modding tools, Marvel Rivals, Marvel Rivals. And then now we just create mods folder, and then we can minus out of that temporarily because we're going to go back into our Marvel Rivals, because for some odd reason when it's running through Proton it places the mods directory wrong, so it'll be right here. So a way to fix it is we're just going to open a new tab on Marvel game, go to Marvel, Content, Packs, and then right here we're going to go to the other folder, and then we're just going to drag this to the pack chunk and then create a link. Now that we create a link in it, now we'll just be able to install mods without a problem. So I can just go into where I have my mods. The two that I'll be installing is Cat from Gravity Rush and Heatblast from Ben 10. So now we just press install mods, execute mods, mods installed successfully, press manage, make sure that they're enabled, they are, and now we can close out of it. Just like that, and we can open this up. I'm gonna pause it real quick and resume it when we're at the Heroes menu so we can actually test to see if the mods work. Now we are back. Let's go into Heroes and let's see if our mods install. So we got Cat right here. And I think the next one should be Heatblast, which is over Human Torch. And right there. So now I can just quit out of that and switch the camera. Anyway, that is how to mod Marvel Rivals on the Steam Deck. I hope this video clears up some of the confusion with it. Because the last video I was kind of recording that at like 2 a.m. so I was kind of like half asleep during it. But yeah. Anyway, if you liked the video and you thought it was helpful, give it a like. If you disliked the video for some reason, give it a dislike. And any questions or comments, leave them down below. All mods and stuff that I've used, I will list in the description of the video. And if you want to talk about like modding Linux or just gaming in general, or even just day-to-day life, I have a Discord that I'm pretty active on, which I will link it as a pinned comment. Anyway, hope y'all having a good one, and thanks for stopping at Dead Boys Corner. Peace.